Hi, and welcome back to Idaho Wrecker Sales. I'd like to take a moment and tell you about our 2013 Ford F750. But before we get too far into the video, I'd really like to talk about this chassis. This is a IWS spec chassis, meaning 4 months ago we got with Ford, we worked with their engineers, and we designed what we felt was the best chassis that you could buy in a non CDL truck. So what we did is we designed this thing to have a 21,000 pound rear axle and a 10,000 pound front axle, but Ford derated it to 26,000 pounds. So it's the best of both worlds. You get the large design components of a 30,000 GVW truck, but yet it's derated and stamped 26,000 pounds so you can operate it without a CDL. It's just a fantastic truck. By going to the larger F750 chassis, you've got larger design component for just a few bucks more than what it would cost to buy an F650. As we move along to the driver's side here, we equip this truck with the Chevron toolboxes. It does have a full-length shelf in it. You can remove the shelf if you want. You can also see that we use the in-the-ditch 5-gallon gas can bracket. For those of you that want smaller jugs, you can remove it and put two 2.5 gallon jugs. This truck has 22.5 rubber on it. It seems to be the trend in the industry. It works really well. As you move across the back, notice the stainless steel panels that go around the LED lights. That's been a source of corrosion for other trucks, and Chevron's done a great job of fixing it. Here Marty's run the wheel lift in and out. It is a 4,000 pound wheel lift, fully extended. It does have the feature that locks the wheel grids in. This truck's also equipped with the air ride suspension. Marty's lowered the air ride here and ran this LCG bed back. What's really neat about this bed is not only is it an LCG, it's also a LoadRite. Marty's going to run the bed up and we're going to talk a little more about the LoadRite feature. It's just really been extremely popular with people. When you run an LCG with the LoadRite option, you're never ever going to be ramping for any vehicle. Here you can see there's kind of a built-in ramp in it, and that's the LoadRite feature. And then also Chevron's done a nice job of installing tie downs all along the bed, so you're never lacking for a spot to tie down a car or a motorcycle. As we move around to the passenger side, notice that all the lights are LED. We try to go that extra mile here for our customers. Also want to draw your attention to the color-coded control handles in the control station. It makes it easy for the operators. Notice that the mud flap's attached to an aluminum bracket, again to help with corrosion. This truck does have removable rails. Here's the passenger side toolbox. Does have a trailer plate included with it, so you can tow a trailer. Has the in-the-ditch dual trash can mount. Now as we move up and start talking about the cab features, we're going to go ahead and open up the hood and talk a little bit about this engine. This engine has the Cummins 6.7 engine. It's 260 horsepower, but when you look at the torque specs, it's very comparable to the 300 horsepower engine. Currently at Idaho Wrecker Sales, this has been our #1 selling engine package, and we keep bringing it back in because all of our customers just tell us how much they like the package, so we haven't really been messing with it. As you can see, this truck has the quad doors on it, which makes getting in and out of the back seat real easy. As we move across inside, I want you to know that this truck is equipped with the Ford Sync, which means you can give radio commands, Bluetooth audio, you can sync your telephone to it, and it's all done in a hands-free situation. Extra power point. We have Ford install factory switches to operate all of your emergency lighting on it. Here's a second 12-volt power point. Now when we get to the overhead console, I want to point out some things that we're really proud of, and this is what you get when you choose an Idaho Wrecker Sales spec truck. Many of you get stuck with one wheel spinning, and we really listened to you, so we started bringing in these trucks with the rear locking air differential. So basically what that means is without it, if you get stuck, only one wheel will turn, or one set of duals. With the locking air differential, you flip the wheel lock button there in the video, and the interlocker comes in and locks both rear wheels together. In a sense, it's four-wheel drive for your truck. You'll also notice the air dump valves located in the overhead console, as well as the engine exhaust brake. All three of these switches are real easy for the operator to find in the evening. You just look up above. We do install an hour meter so that you can help keep track of the hours on the truck to help you with servicing, because these trucks do idle quite a bit. Voltmeters, real easy to see. We do these things because we feel it's important for the people that make their living in their trucks to be able to quickly service them and know when service intervals are due. I think Ford's done a really good job with these trucks, especially with the sync system. All the commands can be given verbally. You just push the button here on the steering column. The cruise control's on the steering wheel. I think they've just really thought this truck out very well for people that make their living out on the road day in and day out. The instrument cluster's real easy to see. It's just real nice analog gauges. Here's another feature we've been bringing in is power in mirrors for when you're backing into a real tight spot at somebody's house or in a tow yard between vehicles. You can just hit the power button and move the mirrors in. I really want to thank you for your time today, and if you like what you see, give us a call and come on in and give her a test drive. Thanks again.